CD929, we are joined today by Gus from Alt J. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course, our pleasure. My goodness. So I want to jump in and talk about one of the more substantial things, which is the full-length record, which is coming out this February. Going to be called The Dream, your first full-length album in, like 4 years, if my math is correct. How's it been?
It's been great. We had after album 3, we took a year off, which was really nice. Super keen to get back in the studio and work on new music. And it's just, as always, been a fun process based around hanging out with my two best friends and writing music together. It's been great.
And the single that we have already from it is amazing, doing really well here at CD929, called U&ME. And it's a fun kind of meandering tune based around your experience at, was it Sun Cycle Festival in Australia? But it kind of devolves and shifts at the end, which really intrigues me, going from having a drink in the sun and playing a nice guitar to a drug trip dragged by sockets, flashing a luminescent tongue. And it happens really quickly. And I think you've hinted in a couple of social media posts from the band that this is perhaps a too good of a summer day. Can we expect maybe some of the more darker themes to show up on this full-length record?
I think anybody who knows Alt J knows that there has to be a good sort of splash of darkness thrown onto the canvas in whatever we're doing, really. And I think that's what we enjoy playing with, really, is that kind of like finding that space between the exciting and the dark, and essentially, between maybe even between life and death, if that's not too laying it on too thick. I think that how can you? It's great to write a song about having fun in the sun and having a beer with your friends, but I think we like to find ways of sort of like pushing it that step further and sort of like exploring what happens perhaps when you push it over the edge. At the end of the day, it is as close as we get, I would say, to just a good song to put on when you're sitting around with your mates and having a good time.
Yeah, it's a fun tune, and we're excited to see what's next on the album. Is it true that this record was inspired by true crime podcasts in some way?
It is true, yeah. Joe, who's the lyricist for the band, our singer, he's really obsessed with his true crime podcasts. I know My Favorite Murder is one of his biggest one. I think ultimately we've always written a lot of songs that are about kind of like death. And I think ultimately it's just basically, true crime podcasts have just proved to be an extremely fruitful sort of a supermarket of disturbing stories for Joe to get inspiration from, really. Yeah.
Yeah. From death to something much less severe, perhaps the risk of injury, maybe. The new music video for U&ME, which is out everywhere now as well, it takes all three of you for the first time together on video to a skate park. And you appear to be very good on a skateboard, though I understand there are some extras involved. How was the day spent on set?
It was really cool. As you correctly said, it's the first time we've been in a video before. So I'd never really been on a video shoot. So it was dead exciting. My little brother was directing the video too, which was really cool. So great to work with him and see him at work. Quite sort of awe-inspiring, really. But yeah, we had these fantastic 3 skate doubles, 3 British, British and Irish pro skaters. My double was an amazing skater called Jamie Griffin, who's, I think probably one of the best kind of like flip trick people in the world right now, really. And yeah, just ultimately we had a skateboard teacher there as well to help us sort of try not to break any bones. I did my best not to do that and was successful, luckily, but came away with a fair few bumps and bruises. It was really fun. I think, I came up with the concept for the video, and ultimately I think it was that kind of thing where you think, if we do this, it's going to be a lot of fun to make. And I hope that us having a good laugh shooting it comes across in the video, like those movies where people say, you can just tell they were all having a great time. And I hope it's one of those kind of videos,
Yeah, and it's interspersed with some of the darker undertones kind of still find their place in the video as well. And I think that's a testament to a good director and testament to a good video. And I encourage everybody to check it out.
There's a dead fox in the video, which is like half. It's like it's in that really wonderful state between a skeleton and just a dead body.
Yeah,
we just found it there at the skate park. That was not in the treatment. That was not in the script. It was just there. And the same goes for the snake. We found the snake as well. So, if you keep your eyes open, you can always find something dark and creepy in the remote corners of East London.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes open. On the topic of skateboards still, looking up some tickets to CD9029 Day here in Columbus. Portugal the Man, Cherry Glazer, and Alt J. It's going down at the Schottenstein Center in April. Cannot wait to see you in person and see you live. But when I was looking up tickets, I also couldn't help but notice this skateboard phenomenon package. Y'all designed a skateboard deck. And you can get it bundled with tickets to the show. I haven't seen any photos of the skateboard. How was the experience? Did you have a hands-on say in that?
Yeah, absolutely. That was actually Tom, our drummer, took the reins on that one. He's a really talented artist, and again, it's just one of those really cool things that I think you dream about being in a band, and it's not just getting to make music and stuff. It's also just getting to kind of come up with fun ideas like that, and get asked to design a skateboard deck. Why not? And hopefully it gives our fans something. If there's those who want to go for that sort of thing, they get something a bit special and a bit limited as well. So yeah, absolutely, go get it.
Yeah, I'm tempted myself. I'm not very good on a skateboard. I'm probably would need that skateboard teacher on that set for sure. But, hey, it'd be fun to have around. All right, yeah, we'll link up after this. Well, one more thing before I cut you loose. I do want to run you through a quick lightning round here at the end, just a handful of rapid fire questions. Get in your head. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question number 1, dogs or cats?
Cats.
If there's a listener out there who just got a cat and hasn't yet named that cat, what should they name the cat?
Cowboy.
That's one of the best names so far.
I had a dream where I had a cat called Cowboy. It's such a good cat name, isn't it?
It really is. You put a little hat on him.
Exactly.
Talking about happiness between two buns, if you're building the perfect hot dog, what condiments are you putting on it?
I'm mixing together ketchup and mustard in a combination that I call gustard.
Oh, that's very clever. Gustard. My last question for you. I like to ask everybody this question. I'm working on a map, kind of testing geography here. I usually ask, what is the prettiest American state in terms of its geographical outline alone? But coming from the UK, I'll also open this up to English county lines as well. What has the best shape?
Well, I'm quite intrigued by the ones that are just completely square in the middle,
Yeah.
I think there's a certain kind of modernist beauty to those. I don't want to get this wrong, but I'm thinking maybe Kansas might be kind of quite a boxy one.
Yeah, Kansas is a really boxy one.
English county, they're all beautiful, but there's one county where we recorded part of this album called Kent, which is known as the Garden of England. So maybe I'll choose Kent based on that name.
Nice. I'm not as well researched in the county lines of England, but I'll do my research. I'll take a look and I'll study that map for Kent. Thank you so much again, Gus Unger-Hamilton, for your time. Alt J, coming to Columbus, April 22nd, CD9029 Day. Cannot wait to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for the support, and can't wait to see you in Columbus.
Likewise. Take care.